The Prince of Egypt will go down in history as the masterpiece lost in time, and it's a shame because it's the best film DreamWorks has ever made. I just wish that DreamWorks would do something like that again because they did it so well. But hey, at least we got a prequel to the film in 2000. Yeah, I'll get to that one at some point. I guess that time is now. Joseph, King of Dreams, an adaptation of the story of Joseph from the book of Genesis, and also serves as a prequel to a masterpiece, The Prince of Egypt. And on top of that, this is the only direct-to-video production DreamWorks has ever made. Production pretty much started around the same time The Prince of Egypt was being made, but ran into a big problem when cracking the story. But darn it, they managed to push through till they released it on VHS and DVD on November 7th, 2000. While critics praised the film for its merits, much of the criticism came with comparing it negatively to its predecessor, well, The Prince of Egypt. Every time I see this movie as a kid, I always see it as a downgrade from its predecessor, mostly because of its animation, which I'll get into that in a moment. And watching it now, it isn't all that bad, but it is overlooked. And that alone is kinda sad. The movie follows a story of, well, Joseph, the favorite son of Jacob, who is blessed with the ability to interpret dreams. This gift, however, brings him trouble as his envious brothers sell him into slavery. Despite the setback, Joseph's faith and integrity leads him to rise to prominence in Egypt, where he interprets Pharaoh's dreams and saves the nation from famine. Ultimately, the story is one of forgiveness and redemption as Joseph reconciles with his brothers. Now, what's more surprising about the story here is that it actually stuck closer to the Bible source material than its predecessor ever had. As with The Prince of Egypt, there were certain changes made for dramatic purposes, but many will complain that a few points do not follow the biblical account. But here, the movie is true to that account. And the soundtrack is honestly good. Miracle Child, Bloom, Marketplace, whatever rolls at your feet more than you think, they're all perfectly fine. And then there's You Know Better Than I, the one song that didn't need to be this amazing. It's not as powerful or even comes close to Deliver Us, but it is critically acclaimed, so you might as well give it that. It stands out for their heartfelt lyrics and strong vocal performance, adding depth to Joseph's character and journey. Now, given the fact that this is a direct-to-video release, it should be expected that the animation quality here looks like it was made on a smaller budget. All of this visually stunning animation work that we pretty much saw in The Prince of Egypt has been scaled down. But at least the animation here is tolerable. The character designs are expressive, though a bit simplistic, and the visuals are colorful and stylized, effectively capturing the essence of the ancient world. But again, like a direct-to-video release, there are flaws. One of the most significant issues is the inconsistency in the animation quality. While some scenes are well crafted with vibrant colors and fluid motion, others lack detail and polish. And there is a noticeable overuse of digital effects in some scenes, which can appear jarring and out of place. For example, some dream sequences rely heavily on early CGI that hasn't aged well, leading to a disconnect between these scenes and the traditional animation style used throughout the movie. The integration of these effects isn't always seamless, making them stand out in a way that can be distracting. But despite its flaws, it is still visually appealing and serves the story well. While Joseph, King of Dreams may not reach the same heights as The Prince of Egypt, it's still a worthwhile film that offers a heartfelt retelling of a beloved biblical story. Its strong moral messages coupled with tolerable animation and music make it a touching and inspirational watch. Though it is kinda sad that this is the last Bible adaptation DreamWorks will ever make. Because once you put it in a way, DreamWorks is a lot better in doing Bible adaptations than any animation studio. And the fact they don't do them anymore just always hurts. But at least DreamWorks wasn't done with traditional animation yet. Overall, Joseph, King of Dreams is a good biblical film despite the downgrades. These movies are history and we might as well appreciate them. And sure, we had other biblical animated films like The Star and Jonah, a VeggieTales movie, but they never really reached the same level DreamWorks did with their films. And for some reason, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. But for now, we have to put the past behind us and move on to sequels and live action remakes. And I don't like it.